Hello, I'm John Waters, and I'm supposed to announce there is no smoking in this theater, which I think is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard of in my life. How can anyone sit through a length of a film, and especially a European film, and not have a cigarette? But don't you wish you had one right now? And I'm telling you that smoke anyway. It gives ushers jobs, and if people didn't smoke, there would be no employment for the youth of today. So once again, no smoking in this theater.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Thursday night to you all. It is Talk Wrestling. Apparently, I forgot to put it on the No DQ YouTube, but we are on the No DQ Twitter, so there is that. Welcome to Talk Wrestling. I am Jeff Meacham. Thank you all for tuning in on the Thursday. We just came off the predictions over on NoDQ.com for All Out, which is coming up, of course, this Sunday. So everybody get ready for that. I'm sure we'll have coverage across the board of both Payback and All Out this weekend, but we'll get to that in a little while. I don't really have a specific topic for tonight, like I have been in recent weeks and months or whatever. But I will say this: we do have a donation goal, super chat wise, of $40 for the night because it is the last day of the month. If we get $40 in total super chats tonight, on any of the channel, well, okay, let me be clear. On my channel, I'll hit the pay threshold, which is so needed right now because I just went back to work. If we get 40 total across the board, then the hosts of the Greg Cherry Show, Greg Cherry, Matty Laws, and myself will be subject to participation in luck of the draw coming up in the very near future over in the Greg Cherry brand. So it's literally, there's 11 people watching right now because I'm on no DQ. Each of you does less than $4. You're good to go. Let's get it done, guys. Let's get those super chats in before the end of the evening. Thank you all for coming in. Hello, Marshall. Hello, Matthew. Hello, Walter. Thank you guys all for commenting along. Again, just went over All Out. That is coming up this Sunday on, I believe that's on Bleacher Report, if I remember right. And you can check out our coverage of All Out on Sunday beginning at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific, across the multiverse. We're talking my channel, we're talking Greg's channel, JJ's channel, Noah's channel, James's channel. That is coming up Sunday, of course. Payback is Saturday, same time, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific. And that will be immediately followed by what will very likely be the most controversial episode of Open Mic Night we ever do. That is all just this weekend alone. So, and of course, I'll be talking more about the schedule in the future toward the end. I do want to talk about it, but I do want to make sure we allow people to get their super chats in. Again, JJ's here. Good to see JJ as always. And Greg, again, super chat goal for both channels. Thank you, Greg. Yeah, all the channels. Let's get those super chats in tonight, guys. I agree. And JJ, hey there, hi there, ho there, with the sorcerer hat on. You are as welcome as can be, my friend. Ryan Dempsey, good to see you. Brandon, good to see you. I guess luckily is the word. There hasn't been a whole lot of life-altering news this week in wrestling. I can't believe it's already Thursday this week, and we lost. We found out about Bray Wyatt Thursday last week. It's already been a week since that horrible news went down. And as we were doing Jack of all trades last Thursday, that we found out that horrible news about Bray Wyatt, and of course Terry Funk last week, of course Bob Barker last week, Arlene Sorkin, if you're a fan of the Batman universe or Days of Our Lives, that was another horrible loss. So it's been one of those, you take a week to recover, right? And I think that's really what it is. It's been a little bonkers. Greg says I can't stay. I'm a tired working boy now, but just want to show everyone. Thank you, Greg. We appreciate that. And again, the ticker here's at the bottom, guys. $40 will get me over the. If I'm being brutally honest, $16 will get us to the promised land as far as the luck of the draw situation. Pee Wee was a couple weeks ago. Paul Rubens a couple weeks ago. But yeah, Paul Rubens recently enough was horrible. So Matthew says. Seems Conan is stirring the pot by saying Io Sky is boring and uninteresting, which of course leading people to reply, well, it doesn't help. She can't speak English. I hate people sometimes. Yeah, it's. I have said for a long time, most of that time being when I've been a what do you call it, a podcast on wrestling. The worst thing about wrestling fans is that they're wrestling fans. Wrestling fans are the worst fans. It's just ridiculous how degrading we can be toward the product, toward each other. And again, I know I'm sounding very hypocritical because the last hour and a half we did on Predicting All Out was very degrading and talking down to it, but it's such a bad lead in. And you got to remember, they had a wonderful show in Wembley in London on Sunday. But then they had the drama that came out of that with Jack Perry and CM Punk. And it's just, that shouldn't overshadow what was a great card, but it has. And that's just the nature of it's human nature. It's the nature of the beast, or whatever, however you want to quantify the phrase or use the phrase or whatever. It's just unfortunate that is the way of things. But I'm hoping that that the wrestling community can get over this very trying month. It's been a very trying month overall in wrestling and in life. August is never good for me, or at least it hasn't been in the last 20 years. So I'm glad to see it be over. No, Walter, you're good. Like I said, it's one of those. I know you would, and I appreciate that you would. And if it came down to being one person, I know that would be you. But it is what it is. So, anyway, September, we had a great video in the old XMV days. Wake Me Up When September Ends was when we came back from a long hiatus of being away in 2005, I want to say. That sounds right. And I say Wake Me Up tomorrow when September begins. It's going to be a good month. It's going to be a good month. It should be a good last third of the year. And part of the reason I'm saying that is because we've had a long talk across the board, or at least I have with JJ, because he is the head of the Custodian Studios, and he and I coordinate a lot more about the goings on the channel. But we have decided that beginning tomorrow, we're going to have what we call a fall schedule shakeup on my channel at the very least. So that's what it's going to look like for at least the last third of the year. Let me go ahead and get the banner down. We can break it down for you. Monday, as long as I am home and in studio and I'm not at the House of Mouse, we will have Beach's Musings live every Monday prior to Raw, 7 o'clock Eastern 4 Pacific. Tuesday, Staffway Sports Bar featuring Tori Lou will now not only be on the Custodian Studios, but is moving back to the Jeff Meacham Network as well. So they'll be on both channels on Tuesdays. Maybe have it go across the multiverse of media. We'll see what the other heads of channels want to say. Wednesdays, I don't have the date on that. It's my bad, Greg. Greg Cherry Show. Thursdays will now be Talk Wrestling's permanent home each and every Thursday night, 10 o'clock Eastern, unless, again, I'm not here for whatever reason, Disney or otherwise. Every other Friday will remain Dad's Day at 3 p.m. Pacific, whether we are live or not. Open mic night will continue to be Saturdays. We'll have our watch-alongs seemingly every week now, right? Our open mic night theme nights, which we have 2 more game nights and 2 more karaoke nights this year. Lingo on September 16th, Haunted Hangman on October 28th. The seemingly ever increasingly notorious Disney karaoke night on Mickey and Minnie's birthday, November 18th, and we'll round out the year on the eve of Christmas Eve, coming up on December 23rd with Christmas karaoke. The date on the anniversary show, New Year's Eve, is tentative because open mic night, of course, is every Saturday. So Gigi and I are going to decide if we're going to do just open mic night be the highlight show at the end of the year, or if we're going to make it just another Saturday and save the highlight show for New Year's Eve, as we've done the last year or 2, I believe, maybe 2. But a lot of cool stuff coming up in this last third of 2023. And then, my goodness, Wrestle Kingdom in January, the Price is Right game night on open mic night, if we get it together, I'm still working on it, the Clash of the Couples in February for Valentine's Day week, wrestling karaoke in March, WrestleMania watch along, of course, April 2nd, 7th, for those of us that aren't getting to go to Philadelphia, because it looks still like I'm not going to go. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but we'll see how it plays out. What else is going on? Just a lot of really neat things that we were trying to broaden the range of both my channel and the greater multiverse of media. Luck of the draw again. Get the sticker back up. I forgot. It's my bad. Boop, there you go. Doing things in luck of the draw instead of just quote unquote the Greg Cherry Show. Bringing back Jack of all trades as Greg did last week, which was really cool to see. I'm so glad we brought that show back. I don't know why that thing went to darken mode. That was not good because I can't see. Yeah, it's one of those one of the cool stuff coming. We've got JJ, of course, doing his reviews on the channel each and every week. He finished out his month of reviewing movies chosen by the birthday girl, his girlfriend, for the month. He also had Power Week this week, talking about the 30th, which just blows my mind, of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which was 30 years ago this week, as a matter of fact. Day of the Dumpster, Green with Evil, White Light, and Forever Red was this week on JD's reviews. So really cool stuff that we're expanding the horizons, if you will. We're not just going to be a wrestling channel, and I don't begrudge anybody that is a wrestling channel by any means. I don't do that. That's not what I'm trying to convey. It's just that I know that not everybody's particular bread is buttered by being a wrestling fan. There are movie fans out there. There are TV fans out there. There are reading fans out there. I wish I knew, right, that I could get away with having a book club and doing readings here on like Meacham Musings or the Jeff Meacham Show or some other sort of show. Because tomorrow, of course, September 1st, is Back to Hogwarts each and every year. And I so love the Harry Potter stories that I talked with a few family members. We're going to reread them together starting tomorrow. 4 chapters a week to do the entire series. It'll take us the better part of a year, which I think is cool that we have something to engage ourselves in. I wish I could make that a thing across here. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea to read, especially, stuff like that, but I wish I could do it. It was a Power Rangers Day on Monday. I mentioned that earlier. Monday was actually the 30th anniversary of Day of the Dumpster, which again makes me feel so freaking old because I had just turned 10 when the Power Rangers debuted. Later in '93, then I turned 10. But yeah, it's crazy. So I want so bad to talk about what happened in London with Punk, but I really want to wait till Saturday. Just because we're going to get so into this, man. This is so, it's been a long time coming to get all of this out from all of us, right? It's just, there's so much crap out there with all this going on. Oh, by the way, totally segueing back to topics and content and whatnot. Over on the Casting Studios in the members only section, JJ is currently running polls to decide which classic September match he and Noah will call. These are my choices. These are the ones that I picked to go up in the poll for this month. Fall Brawl 1993. Let me go ahead and get JJ's comment up there before I lose it in the ether here. So tomorrow he's going to be reviewing the movie Summer School featuring the voice of Alpha 5, Richard Horvitz. So there you go. His first review for September is going to be still Power Rangers tie-in a little bit. There you go. Appreciate that. Marshall, thank you. And again, a lot of people talking about Power Rangers and how old they were when they started, which makes me feel even older. Anyway. So my choices are from Fall Brawl 93, the International Championship match, which of course was the big gold belt, the former NWA Championship between Ric Flair and Rick Rude. In Your House Mind Games Championship match between Shawn Michaels and Mankind. The Anarchy Rules 99 Triple Threat match that wasn't for the world title, Tajiri versus Guido versus Super Crazy. A hell of a tag team match from No Surrender 2012 between Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels taking on AJ Styles and Kurt Angle. And just from last year, NXT Worlds Collide between Carmelo Hayes and Ricochet. So hell of a lineup to choose from on my end. Of course, all of the core 4, if you will, of Open Mic Night will have their choices in the poll. The winners of each poll will then go into a fatal 4-way, if you will. And the winners of that poll will be the match watched by JJ and Noah on the September retro call over the member section of the Casting Studios. So there you go. Well, there you go. Bryan Cranston. Yeah, I didn't know about Bryan Cranston being a part of Rangers. I saw the clip of him in the Red Ranger suit, which I thought was funnier than hell. On, I forget which talk show was it, Conan or maybe Fallon. I forget which one it was. But anyway, yeah, just a lot of cool stuff coming up, guys. And again, I really appreciate the opportunity to do this show still every week for, however long I've been doing it. I know I took a long break from No DQ, and I wasn't exactly a happy thing, but I am grateful for it. I'm grateful for just everything. And I know I put out there that I'm full of shit, full of everybody's shit, and I'm tired of everybody's shit. Maybe I am, but it is greatly appreciated. And so yeah, that's oh, let me see. I think there was, you know what? There's a couple commercials I was going to run. I didn't get the stream started in time because I was trying to load everything in. So while you guys are commenting along and figuring out what you want to do with the rest of your night, here's what's coming up across a lot of different shows. It's going to be a big commercial break. So everybody stand by. We'll show you what's going on from all of our friends at Picasa, here on the Multiverse of Media, and our friends at Parker Kane Productions, and we'll start with them.
Hello, pals. Alyssa Marino here, and as a friend of Park, I am super excited to share the awesomeness that they've got in store for you this November at WrestleCade. You'll be seeing the world-traveling Capital Championship Wrestling Global Fighting Champ Rebecca J. Scott, a rising star who's been featured on Ladies Night Out, MCW, and more, the stunner Emily J., an internationally traveled talent who you've seen on NXT UK and Stardom, Angel of the Ring Zaya Brookside, and NWA World Women's Tag Team Champion Chicago's sweetheart Missa Kate will also be appearing live. It's all going down WrestleCade weekend in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. You can catch these stars brought to you by Parker Kane Promotions on Saturday, November 25th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And be sure to stick around for Ladies Night Out the following day on Sunday, November 26th. You can get your WrestleCade weekend tickets at WrestleCade.com.
You ever wanted to come into a sports bar where the barkeeps know their game? Well, the Jeff Meacham Network Multiverse of Media has got a production just for you. Sit down and relax as the stat boy and his partner break down the statistics in all things sports. Whether it's football, basketball, motorsports, baseball, hockey, soccer, professional wrestling, mixed martial arts, boxing, and much, much more. All are welcome. Your barkeeps here keep you up to date and in the know of everything going on in sports, while also having a pleasant conversation about it all. Your host and owner of the bar, Stat Boy Mike. His partner in crime, Dory Lou. And a host of other guests coming in. The food's hot, the seats are warm, the drinks are ice cold, and the sports talk is plentiful. Cassidy 18 Studios presents Stat Boy Sports Bar. Take a bar stool and enjoy the show.
There you go. That's it is what it is, folks. I'm trying to answer the question that's in the chat room. There it is. With a just give me 1 second here. Let's do that first of all, because I'm trying to. That's what I wanted. The merch is where it is. So give me 1 second here. I will go ahead and there we go. All right. So what you want to do, Marshall, is head over to this link right here. If you would like a Talk Wrestling shirt, because if it'll load, there we go. See, you just gotta be patient, kids. It'll happen, I promise. Let's see if I can do this here. It's trying very hard to be patient with this thing, and it's not always easy. So bear with me here. There it is. Okay, we'll do that there. Put that back over here. And we will just go ahead and do this. And there it is. There you go. There's the shirt. Talk Wrestling shirt at that link right there. You can find all of our shirts actually on the Jeff Meacham Network. The shows, some of them are out of date, and I also have a Pro Wrestling Tee store that's open. But there are the shirts over on the Spring store, and that's run by Greg. So Greg gets to get the money on that for what it's worth. But my stuff, JJ stuff, Snapway Mike stuff, Dory stuff, more stuff than I realized I had. Cool. Here's the thing shirt. There, everybody's talking about where now. Here's the thing. There it is, right there. So there's that. My buddy Laura has a shirt. We had this wonderful shirt that my dad actually uttered the phrase about, and I couldn't help but make the shirt. Skippy Flyback. It's a thing. It's a thing. So there you go. So let's see what else is on here. You can also get our shirts at. Go ahead and. I know not everybody's a fan of the Chicago-based wrestling store, but we do have a Pro Wrestling Tee store, and there. That's not what I wanted. Can we? Thank you. I don't care. Cool. Yeah, the community shirt there, James's shirt, Noah's shirt, the Hush Money in the Bank shirt, the Red Creative Hate shirt, the Talk Wrestling Anniversary shirt, the updated Staff Boy Sports Fiction Story Lose shirt, and the classic Jeff Meacham Network design by what do you call it? Greg Cherry designed, but Jeff Meacham sold. So there you go. Again, I'm seeing the comments. I'm seeing all of them, but you guys obviously don't honestly particularly read what JJ is saying. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the comment up there that actually is, relevant and trying to instruct you guys. Because again, some of you super chatters, can throw down, 4 or 5 super chats with, $10, $20, over the course of a chat on other channels, but not mine. It's kind of shitty, personally, but that's just me. All right, where are we at here? We're at a half hour. I'm gonna call it because I'm kind of over it, but it is what it is. That is the catch-22 of doing these shows. We want to produce better content. We want to have better graphics. We want to be able to do things where I don't have to be on the phone for video, but control it on the computer. I like to have one fluid thing, but without the money for the technology, it doesn't work out that way. And it just is what it is. So, yeah, that's really, that really comes down to. So it wasn't much to talk wrestling so much as promote my shit. So there it is, which is why I didn't want to be on Aaron channel tonight. I just didn't want to turn into a big giant shill session for stuff that's really not going to shill his stuff. But anyway, thank you guys, those of you that watched, those of you that were offering up valid reasonings for not super chatting. I understand that, guys, and I appreciate it. To anybody that can't follow directions and read, it's not my problem. Go back to school, read a book. Well, thank you. I think, Psycho. Anyway, yes, this is actually it's Back to the Future logo, basic logo. And yes, JJ, I can definitely plug up Mike Knight one more time because my goodness, this is going to be as who said that earlier? Where was that? I saw that earlier. And we were on commercial. Open Mic Night is going to be something this Saturday. There is no doubt about that. This may very well be the most controversial show we ever do. And it's not by accident. It is certainly by design that CM Punk is in the middle of all of this. Again, he's not the only one to blame. He's just there. And that'll be after our Payback watch along. That'll be the day before our All Out watch along. As it says in the bottom right there, the lower third, if you will, I'm going to be at Oogie Boogie Bash doing my cast preview thing. I'm enjoying that during All Out. Again, I want so bad for All Out to be good and deliver like it always has. Man, Walter called it a B show on the No DQ predictions, and he's not wrong. And that's not necessarily Tony's fault as far as booking. But, you know, Aaron said a couple times on the show last night, his recap dynamite, I'm trying to give Tony slack. Why? If Tony had not been given slack, then Punk wouldn't be in this position of having the company by the balls that he does. So anyway, I'm going to digress on that. We'll sign out for the night. Thank you guys very much again. I really appreciate it. To those of you that can and would like to, if you could, I get it. Thank you for the $2 super chat, Psychos. Very much appreciated. That's really it. So we will see you guys. Oh, there you go. Monday the 4th. What did I say? Monday the 4th is 1 year since Brawl Out, which is why we're doing this. Plus all the all-in scuffle. It just made it. Yeah, I mean, that's really what it comes down to. We have made a concerted effort on Open Mic Night to not talk about CM Punk and the drama from a year ago. And it just keeps coming up, super chat or otherwise. So we figured, okay, we're going to take everything and just bring it all together one more time, get everything out in the open, get it all out there, and just let everybody vent and bitch and moan, but in a constructive way and not coming off as biased or just completely one-sided, which is quite frankly why a couple people aren't going to be there, if we're being honest. I'm just stating my honest feelings there. I really think that's why there are people that are going to be there and people that aren't going to be there, because they can't constructively criticize what's going on in AEW. And that's not a knock on them. That's me appreciating them being honest with themselves, that they don't have the maturity and the ability to articulate it without coming off like an asshole. That's great. Much appreciated. Don't come on the show if you're going to act like that, because I ain't got no time for it, honestly. I said it on Tuesday. I'll say it again tonight. I'm tired of babysitting people. So anyway, thank you all very much. We will see you this weekend for all the shenanigans across Multiverse Media, Payback, Open Mic Night, All Out, and then we get into the full lineup. So have a good night, everybody. Thank you all again very much. It is much appreciated for you guys to be here each and every week. I don't say that with any sarcasm or whatever. So I think YouTube takes like 30% of all the revenue, not just Super Chats, but all the revenue we get, which is, I guess, fair because they're the ones providing the platform, but 30 seems like a lot to me. But anyway, that's it, kids. I'm done for sure. Have a good night.